Ladies and gentlemen, some SpellForce 3. It's been such a long time since I covered it, but I do have this little Discord channel for submitting community replays. I will always cover them when you guys do send me some. Now, in the blue color we have got Lusty. I don't actually know this person, but they're playing as humans over here. On the other side, in the green color, everyone knows him, everyone loves him. This is Farden playing as the Elves. Going for the Archdruid. And the hero we got out of Lusty is in fact a Royal Mage. This is actually one of my favorite hero versus hero matchups that we can get in the game. Here on Evergreen Forest should be interesting to see what these guys can do. The undead are being lured to the side by our Elven player Farlan, delivering a little bit of damage. I don't think the Archdruid will quite cross the map, but as long as you can slow down the Royal Mage's ability to gain experience, that's good enough. Right, he's not gonna go to the side here to pick them off. Oh yeah, he is. I can be wrong. I can blame it on the rust and it's all good. As long as the reindeer gets away, it's all good. Well, this is not enough experience for level 2, of course, so he's gonna run around without the extra skills, without the extra mana flow. But the Archdruid does have that. Build order wise, we've looked at the standard human stuff, so double woodcutter, hunting cabin, and stonecutter. For the elves, it's pretty much always hunting cabin and triple wood. Now, let's see real quick what skills are picked up. So, Farlan for the Archdruid has Ellen's Fire, that's his fire aura. Then we've got Obliterate, that was that wave. And we've got the single target damage Psychokinetic Blast, which is also an interrupt. Lusty only has Fire Nova and Hailstorm, and put a point into Arcane Force to pick off the initial creeps a little bit faster. But yeah, without having any deep waters, there's just no focus recharge, so the hero will go out of mana really quickly. Farlan, funnily enough, hasn't gone for any of that, but the Archdruid, typically speaking, doesn't use that much focus for each ability. It's only 10 for a piece, and you got 40 cap, right? So that's overall pretty sustainable. You can keep going for that. You got the potions on the heroes in the early game as well, so all good. Stonecutter in the first sector. The workers might be killed here, and now they will respawn for free. That's how it works in SpellForce, free, but still the lack of income happening in this period of time where the workers are remade is painful. Very much so, in fact. The humans need a lot of stone and wood for building buildings. Especially the woodcutters are the ones that require a stone cost. Now, the Pathfinder is on the other stonecutter already, dealing some nice strike damage here. And the Archdruid might actually want to swap places with it, as the Royal Mage is coming home. Now, the two heroes won't be able to beat each other very easily, right? There's a lot of health and not a lot of single target damage. Although, as I say that, Biting Frost is picked up, which is a single target ice skill, and then we've got Spark, the single target fire skill. So this Pathfinder is essentially toast, especially with the Queen's Hand weapon being picked up now for the Royal Mage. Hopefully also getting equipped, and not just getting stocked up in the inventory for this entire game, as we like to meme around that. The hashtag #NoEquip. Well, that's not the strat for this one. Pathfinder gets away for Farlan, great news for him. And he's got the Woodcutter plus Stonecutter here in the front sector. It's not gonna be upgraded. We'll see exactly how heavy Farlan is gonna go, but it looks like Hunting Cabin plus Grove in this tier 1 thus far. Very little extra Guardians and already the increased workforce getting purchased. Which makes a lot of sense, because Farlan is building up on that wood. But now that he's back home with the Archdruid, this is a good time to start exploring how many Elven banners she can upgrade. Now, on a split map like Evergreen Forest, I would expect quite a few. It looks like the Royal Mage is getting ready to take the Medusa camp. This is definitely one of the harder camps to take in such an early game state when you don't have a whole lot of infantrymen. Second infantryman is now coming back. And with that, if you pull the Medusa into a good position, like this, where you only engage 2 instead of the 4. The icicles aren't hitting the one in the back. It's a little bit unfortunate there for that, but the damage is now coming through. Would have liked to see one of the ice abilities getting thrown out, but it looks like the Royal Mage is just out of mana, so hasn't been able to do that. Again, that's the problem with not picking up deep waters. Being a bit rushed about it, but maybe now this can be rectified, right? The last Medusa is getting taken down, and there's finally 1 point in deep waters. That's still rather ambitious in my opinion. Farlan has 3 Guardians. That should be enough to take on the Medusa, but I think he's gonna pull all 4. That's quite unlucky. Okay, he's pulling 4, yeah. Let's see if they all end up following. It doesn't look to be the case. So it all ended up working out pretty good. Nice. Oh, if you can even separate the Stalker, that's the best outcome. And here comes the Archer now, following up. And the Stalker will go down pretty quickly to the high DPS of the Guardians in the melee mode. So level 4 should be very achievable for Farlan, not so much for Lusty, as he's just a little bit behind on that. I think Farlan must have stolen at least some amount of experience here. Not exactly sure how that happened, but it did. Medusa Impaler is going down, and only 2 left now. Can they be taken down before Lusty arrives? It's very close. But I think Lusty will be able to deal some damage and maybe get level 4 himself. Definitely a kill on the Guardian, looks like is about to happen. Oh, free health, come on. Target it down, there we go. So that experience is now coming through, but none of the hits actually targeted the Medusa, so the Royal Mage is now chilling down here. With a good amount of units peppering the Archdruid, can that Royal Mage actually get away though? 100 health left. Okay, not bad at all, not bad at all. And having to run away in circles is Farlan, but oh, he upgraded the Shrine of Thorns. Get out of here. There's no way he just did that. I've never seen this done in a competitive match before. And even though I don't know anything about Lusty, this looks like a capable person. Still has to run away from this and respect it. Farlan spent a lot of resources on the Shrine of Thorns, which is gonna mean that the Sanctum upgrade, tier 2, is a little bit further away. But once Farlan unlocks some better units than the Guardians, like Wardens and Wanderers, great ranged options, as well as Protectors, who are really the frontline phalanx formation ladies, those are gonna be a huge problem for humans. Humans don't get much out of tier 2. They get catapults, but their Keeper cavalry is not particularly that powerful in tier 2, especially against Elves, who have a lot of strike resistance thanks to Protectors. Now let's see if we're gonna see the Iron bases upgrade. That's probably the most important thing, but with the Iron being frontal here in the middle base, it's a very difficult spot to take over. So I like the idea of Farlan's to go with the back sectors first. There's some Iron back there, plenty of it in fact, so he can make all the Iron mines right there. Tier 2 is achieved. But Farlan's getting another hunting cabin. He feels the strong need to make more Guardians, I guess? Yeah, he needs to survive until the Iron income kicks in. Lusty might be looking to go to pick up the Golem, and there's some good amulets or rings sometimes spawning from this thing. But puts him all the way to level 5, that's for sure. Maybe even level 6, depending on how many workers get killed in the near future. We'll see, we'll see. Farlan's looking into the same. Never checked what he got for level 4, by the way. But I'm pretty sure it's just brute force. Leveling up the abilities and a little bit of concentration as well. To reduce the cooldowns. Killing a bunch of workers will help slow down that human economy, which is already doing very well, by the way. It's 38 food. So it's gonna be difficult to spend that. Gonna need like quad barracks or something to amp out those infantrymen, and maybe a handful of arbalists wouldn't hurt at all. Shrine of Growth is getting repaired. Fallen has to teleport home to defend this, but is even that gonna be enough, or is the Shrine of Growth just going down regardless? It looks like it's fine for now, unless he has to retreat. So good hold by Farlan. He's got a little bit of action everywhere. How many groves are we looking at total? Looks like just the 2. The good thing about the Shrine of Thorns is that you can turn it into a Shrine of Growth, but of course the cost is still pretty high. So full cost to pay there. Let's count barracks. My favorite activity. It looks like 4. Yes. Putting them all in the same location can be a risk, as later on the elves will be able to waltz over here and maybe take the base over. The guardians have significant strike damage against buildings, and buildings only having 33% armor are pretty susceptible to this. And so what Lusty should be doing from here is somehow getting this Royal Mage to level 5, because you'll be unlocking the Starfall ability that's just a meteor falling from the sky and nuking units. That's exactly what you need against the elves. You need some kind of magic damage to come through, as the resistances against magic are much lower than either Strike or Pierce, which there's plenty of from the Arbalists and the Infantrymen. But Farlan not really getting to the tech units just yet because there's no iron. He's upgrading the iron mines, which is a slow process, however, and it's kind of stuck at the moment. It's costing him stone, and the elves rely so much on wood. He does not have a lot of stone right this second. Got the back one upgraded, and the humans seem to be big enough in numbers to take on the golem. They have been for a while. If you micro this a little bit and you're not getting ambushed by the elves, then you should be okay. But I think he's just looking to play the macro game here. Get a big army, not so much worry about the level 5 power spike of the heroes. Then again, if Farlan gets there sooner, and it looks like he will, the Archer also has his equivalent abilities to the Starfall, maybe even better, some would say. So what you can do is upgrade Obliterate to level 2, and this one does 4 projectiles, right? But the top one does 8. It's a pretty big change. And you get Elements of Wrath as well, which can detonate these fire areas. The humans are really getting caught here. This is not looking too hot for our boy Lusty. Level 4 is achieved, however, and, you know, a bunch of the Guardians are hurt or dying or dead. So that's not too bad thus far, but these infantrymen running into the fire this whole time and getting obliterated again and again when they're lining up has been rough. Fallen holding at a lower population count for the moment, but is this going to start snowballing? Because, you know, if all these infantrymen survive, certainly they can tear down the Shrine of Growth, even if it's upgrading to level 2. All the Guardians are dropping left and right. The Archer has not been attacking for a long time, and we are seeing a nice little split out of that fire. He will go down. Can Farlan now hold until the hero is back? It's gonna be a while until he bleeds out first, and then you have to remake him from the Godstone, which is gonna take some time, and then waltz over again or teleport. But there were just not enough healthy infantrymen left to continue the siege operations, so we're going back all the way home using this opportunity. Now that Farlan will definitely not be attacking, he's been knocked down to 30 pop, right? Lusty can just buy himself an armor, a level 2 Queen's Guard Battle Mage armor, and I think he bought a potion there, if I saw that correctly. Need to equip this thing, it's a lot shinier and gives him 10 extra resistances of all types. That should be great. If he remembers to equip, please remember to equip. The billet production has been really good. In fact, Lusty is a little bit ahead of where he needs to be. Now in tier 2, the forge is coming up, and the iron mining has commenced as well. We've got the fortified outposts, which are going to be great for the human economy overall. It looks like we're almost done, in fact, with all this tier 2 expansion, and tier 3 might be in order. He has the resources for it, and, you know, if you do have the resources for it, you might as well make use of that. unlocking the tier 3 human units is no joke. You get access to champions, which are as good, if not better than protectors. And that's when humans can really turn things around with those big boys in Giga Chad armor. But we got the Giga Trixies on the other hand.
Well then.
Such a good looking unit. Anyway, we are fighting the Adamantium Golem now, and this is doing a lot of splash damage to the infantrymen, especially when it uses its ability. That's gonna hurt, but even without it, it looks like they're kind of getting their butts kicked. Having to move out of here. Got a bunch of wardens in addition for Farlan as well, so that's really nice to see. Once you have multiple protectors, they can also affect each other with the Phalanx ability, giving them extra 20% pierce and strike resists. Super useful. 45% armor on these things, like 1500 health. What are you gonna do? You gotta snipe them from far away and maybe use magic damage, which they don't get the bonus on. Looks like the Adamantium Golem will be tanked very easily here. A little bit of bleeding damage coming through, which is irresistible. It's just whatever the number says is what it does. The humans are coming in, picking off a little bit of reinforcements. That's pretty good. The Adamantium Golem is getting low, but Fallen has such a huge army here. I think he can hold just fine. The infantrymen kind of getting stuck. They have the Warhammer upgrades, so they got a little bit more strike damage. Can they push him out of here? Seems like it's possible to do it, but actually the Adamantium Golem is gonna spin. The Elven Banner is upgrading into a Shrine of Thorns. Farlan, man, this is gonna be the thumbnail, I think, when this thing upgrades. That was so cool. I love this playstyle of Farlan that he's putting up here. He's got a lot of resources right now, so he can definitely keep upgrading this. And if he holds it, this is the Lanya Leaf's location, so he can just keep upgrading the Shrine of Thorns and kind of hold this spot for the moment until he's tier 3, when he can swap it into a Shrine of Growth. Okay, there's the item. Looks like he's gonna pick it up, but also the Royal Mage is unlocked level 5. The Arbalists are shooting the Archduid and getting him down to quite low health, but these bouncy shots up the Shrine of Thorns, the Arbalists are so low, he can kill all of them if they stick around to fight. The Royal Mage gets sniped despite his level 5. He wasn't able to do anything with it, and another volley goes through from the Shrine of Thorns. I think he's actually gonna finish off a bunch of these units. Oh my goodness. Okay, that one got really lucky. He had 10 health. Now let's see what Farlan got out of this whole engagement. He's got the Ring of Sacred Right. That's 20% ability cooldowns for free. He's also got a Fire Orb. He's got the Heart of the Bear, level 3. So he's got sick armor right now. He can spend his gold on whatever he wants. In fact, I think he's just gonna go for the other hero. I'm a little bit surprised he didn't use his teleport, but to be fair, you've got the Godstone right here. You might as well make use of it. It's fine. Technology level 3 is not going to be researched for the longest time. Elves are happy camping on tier 2. That's totally fine, I think. And yeah, Farlan for skills, I also need to look at that. He's got the full wheel of Brute Force. That gives him extra 60% power multiplier for abilities. That is bonkers. We don't yet have the Ellen's Wrath. Coming soon, I think. Also, funnily enough, he never got Three Hands Grasp, which is just a circular ability like Ellen's Fire, but it slows down people. Now you combine those two and you make Ellen's Wrath sick. We've got Crushed Spirits, however, which is going to help a lot with taking down this Adamantium Golem. Look at this thing. Minus 64% resistances. Well, I mean, it's a straight reduction after resistance, not a percentile reduction, but look at this. The damage is coming through and this thing is just getting deleted. It's not even close. Farlan will have one protector getting pretty low, but not dead. And that's all that matters. He's got a second ring of the Sacred Right. I don't think you can stack those if I remember correctly. I hope you can't. He should sell that. He's got 11,000. 11,000 gold in the bank. That is crazy. The infantrymen now have higher health because they have the shield upgrade as well. And I think Farlan's just gonna walk out of here. Don't know what he is gonna pick for skills. Last he has a good army. Overall, he's adding a bunch of keepers in. I did say before they're not particularly viable because of the Protector's aura, but at least they offer a little bit of tanking power with 1750 health. That's not bad at all. And they have some decent armor themselves. He's also adding catapults. which will help with the sieging operations. And the hero, of course, oh, actually doesn't have any gold, but he did pick up Fire Might and Ice Might, which will create an aura whenever you use a fire or ice skill respectively, and give the Royal Mage an Enfeeble and Weakening in his aura. So everything that comes near is reduced in resistances and damage, which is extremely useful when you use things like the Fire Nova. He also got to absorb the elements power, the capstone off the right side here, which for every stack that he has in ice and fire, he'll be getting additional attack speed as well as additional projectiles on his normal attacks, which with his high level staff is gonna hurt a lot. Plus he also gets plus bonus multiplier for ability power. Combine that with Starfall, once you have maximized it. Ay, that's a Yeetus Deletus right there. You can slow down people with the Hailstorm, and of course our humans are tier 3 now. That's only natural, right? Only natural. Which means we've got these boys, the champions. They are essentially going to be able to replace the Keepers. The Keepers don't really play a role past a certain point, although you can use them to push enemies around. I don't think that's what we will see. Now, before the fight starts, real quick, Alan's Wrath has been picked up, Trian's Grasp has been picked up. We got Psychokinetic Blast level 2, which is going to reduce the enemy focus, enemy hero's focus by 16. That's a lot of focus reduction if you hit it every time. We also got Nature's Gift, which is going to heal our allies in the circle. And also that has a burst heal component when you combine it with Alan's Wrath. The Pathfinders have been upgraded, so the scout unit comes back with a vengeance now with some siege damage. It will do whatever damage is better, so strike or siege, whatever has the lower resist against that. Fallen can hit. I think he's gonna park them right in this Iron Mine camp and do a lot of them. Oh, that's a lot of them actually. Love when Fallen does this. We are looking at 15 total Pathfinders, and he's gonna take over the Lenya sector, of course. Tier 3 is coming in for him, so he's gonna need that Lenya to produce the highest tier units like mages, winter mages, and Ice Phoenix? I would love for Fallen to make Ice Phoenix. He's got all the food in the world, he just needs the Lenya now. As for the Humies, they're pretty well set up here, aren't they? I don't think they yet have the fire upgrade for the catapults, but we can find that out fairly easily. So let's take a look at the Forge. The fire upgrade is pending. We've got the Arbalist range upgrade, but not the damage one. Attacking the border fortress with these bad boys, I think will in fact work. I think it should work. Lusty is not here to defend. He's sending home a bunch of Arbalists, but by the time they get here, the border fortress will be toast. Need repair on this thing, but the main armies will engage too. Teleportation? I guess Fallen did not want to get skewered from both sides by the champions, who now have their lances upgraded. Which means they cleave onto not 2 targets as they would with the big hammers, but 3 targets. And yeah, the siege pathfinders have done their work. All the workers immediately die when their base is destroyed, just like in real life. And the iron mines have also done their last actions, whatever that was. They gathered quite a bit of iron from this sector though, like I think it's 750 at the start, so half of it has been gathered. It's okay. At some points the Humies will want to go back there, but for the moment Lusty has resources. He's gathering Aria as well. It's gathered at the same place, but the humans care about the liquid, the elves care about the leaves. That's how it works. Starfall, it wasn't that good. It always looks good, but it isn't always good. Fallen has lost a lot of his population to the Skewers, the champions of kebab making. Pretty good at what they do, huh? Who doesn't want some elvish kebab? What is the word for elf meat? I don't know. Not an English major. We've got 4 catapults coming up. Is Fallen toast? Especially if a Titan follows this up. To be fair, Lusty is making a lot of Arya units, or he's spending it on Arya upgrades. And Farlan is smacking these bases pretty good. He's also got an Archdruid, which can technically maybe deal with all these. Ooh, he really tried here to get rid of the Royal Mage, but now the 4 catapults will be sieging the High Sanctum. How on earth is Farlan going to survive this? There's just so much stuff here. So anything short of the Royal Mage going home, there's no Titan coming either. What can Farlan possibly do here to survive? The High Sanctum is getting repaired so fast, and 1 catapult was taken down, I guess. It's not too bad, but now that everything is alive, surely the 3 catapults are enough to take down the main base. Especially if everything ends up attacking, but maybe if the catapults dilly-dally around a little bit too long, Farlan might be able to hold, might be able to get back out that Archdruid. And you know what, we've got the Pathfinders, they might be the cleanup crew that Farlan needed. Oh my goodness, he's gonna bring this game back, are you kidding me? That is ridiculous. Okay, I love it. I love it, this is great. He freaking did it. What a Chad. Okay, oh, he's got the Obliterate, of course. Wrecking the remaining catapults, the heroes down. Well, that's a reset button if I've ever seen one. Oh my goodness, Alan's Fraff just deleted all those Arbalists. Wow, what a game. And Fallen has resources for days. He can remake the army that he once had, right? Doesn't have a whole lot of iron right now, to be fair, but that's cool. Oh, triple kill. Nice. Archer just slaughtering the Arbalists left and right. The Protectors also don't care about no arrows. It's easy. Alright, Protector slow. We'll pick off a bunch of these remaining Arbalists. Also, do remember they move actually faster. All melee units move faster than ranged ones, just by a little bit, so they can catch up. So eventually that will happen. I love the addition of the Flag Bearers for Lusty. That's great. Hopefully he'll turn some of them into attack mode. There's 2 modes for them. They can either buff armor, as they are doing right now. Look at this, the champion's going up to 40% armor. Not all of them, because it's like limited targets from the ability, but still, that's huge. And they can also buff their damage to reach over 200, if I remember correctly. I don't remember the exact number that it does. Yeah, I can't check right now, but it's been a while. It's been a while, and I'm so happy to be getting SpellForce replays to cast again. And I hope you all will enjoy it. Well, this game is far from over, however. Yeah, maybe I gotta make a video about how everyone should play SpellForce free, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people still don't know. I'm pretty sure about that. Okay, let's see some attack modes. Oh, also I forgot to talk about the Mentalists, which are gonna be great here, as we need to see some magic damage. Once again, the Starfall kind of misses, so that didn't do anything. Fallen has destroyed the two barracks that need to be remade eventually. He is, however, at risk of getting run over again as Lusty reaches 200 population. The man hasn't started yet at the Tainted Obelisk to make a Titan, but Fallen already striking on the other side with the Pathfinders. This is looking rather good, but are the numbers really there? I think there's too many defenders between the Arbalists, the Mentalists, and the Keepers. Yeah, this isn't gonna work. Best run off. Maybe destroy some resource buildings first. You can come back anytime later. You got the Lenya Purifier and Harvesters. This is good because the Lenya Harvesters can just straight up take the resource to the Purifier that's next to them. So it should be an efficient setup. Hey, this is still a Shrine of Thorns. What's going on with that? We got a little bit of Lenya harvesting going on this side. But what is Fallen actually spending the resource on? Let's take a look at that. So he's got a Heart of the Forest, I guess. It seems to be just going into the Immaculate Armor upgrade for the Protectors, which is going to give them a lot more health. This is a sick tier 3 unit. And then the Warden Enchanted Spear. So that is one of the other reasons why you can be comfortable with Elves staying so long in tier 2. Because you just make this death ball of an army, and then in tier 3 you just upgrade them again, and they essentially become tier 3 units by merit. I'm sure there's some other stuff that you can unlock in tier 3. I would also love to see a bunch of druids getting used for the Elves, the cavalry units. Okay, champions have 216 attack with the empowerment of 20%. The resistances are increased by 15 thanks to all of these flag bearers who also have a very all-important keg. Bavarian style. Anyway, Farden hitting 2 locations at the same time, but the keepers are ready to defend. Lusty is prepared and has the RTS fundamentals to manage 2 armies very cleanly too. Oh, the catapults are not brought along with the army, but that opens up an opportunity of counterattack. So these 4 catapults targeting into the Fog of War, where the Shrine of Growth is, would be sick. You can target ground with siege weapons in this game, so definitely should do that. Are those keepers upgraded? Hold up. Hold up a second. No, they might be upgraded for speed. I think they are, because they can keep up with the Pathfinders, man. This is looking good. Let's find out. Okay, they don't have the Zeal upgrade, but they have the speed upgrade. That's sick. Zeal is a ranged attack variant. It's not particularly great. I think it would need a little bit of a buff and maybe a little bit more range, a little bit more focus, or lower cost of focus, because it costs focus when they switch to that mode. It's okay, but you probably don't want to spend resources on that stuff. Now, Farden's building up his bank, including Lenya. Doesn't have a whole lot of population, and as I said, the catapult long range attacks are now happening. They're leaving behind a pool of fire too, and the champions should be able to keep the protectors at bay for the moment. Where's the rest of Farden's stuff, man? The Pathfinders and the Keepers are fighting off on the other side of the map, but the Shrine of Growth has been destroyed. Lusty is doing great. Probably should convert one more of the flag bearers. It's difficult to keep tabs of everything, I know. I mean, the man has upgraded all this stuff in the back. He's made academies. Everything's a border fortress except this. So there's a lot of stuff that happened on that we haven't talked about just yet. Titan? I'm kind of ready for a Titan, guys. I really hope we get to see Titan v Titan, in fact. But the humans now taking over this sector. Destruction of sectors in SpellForce 3 is extremely snowbally. So, as stable as the game is for the most part, sector destruction can often spell GG. Okay, we've got a Starfall, I think, coming, but no, it was just the Royal Mage. Oh wait, there was a Starfall. I just must have blanked out. Anyway, Absorb the Elements was on for a second, but Farden smartly running away from it. However, he's losing the sector. As I said, all the resources that fall out of the buildings are then gathered up by the winning player. Oh god, the Pathfinders are all toast. So that's a pretty huge boon right there. It's of course not 100% value of the buildings, but whatever resources the workers were holding as they were carrying them around, that also counts. And also these not flag bearers, the keepers are being microed beautifully. They have the Zeal ability now, so dealing a little bit of magic damage at range. But as you can see, the range is very short on that thing, so I don't know if this is really worth it. They're pushing around the flag bearer to come with them. Yeah, the pushing is something that big units like large cavalry can do. Also units larger than themselves. It stops enemies from attacking. So if you charge through the enemy ranks, they'll basically be idle. But once you attack directly like so, I don't know about this. The keepers take up a lot of space, a lot of resources. That could be champions. Even though they deal magic damage, which isn't very resisted by protectors, meaning not resisted at all, I think the champions might just be overall the better choice here. Because they have cleaving, right? They don't just hit one target, they hit 3 targets. So even though the single target damage is less, due to resists and how that works out and attack speed and whatnot, it is better to use them still because of AoE. Anyways. Catapults. Sieging. Long distance. Farlan did not agree to go into this long distance relationship. In fact, he's gonna be long distance sniped from orbit. That didn't hurt as much as it looked. Huh, I thought that was gonna hit him real good, but not really. Not really. He's got a little bit of healing coming in now, and I'm not sure how he's gonna make it back from here. But maybe he's got a good flank. Oh, he's got Winter Mages! These guys also have AoE, unlike their human counterparts, the Mentalist. The Mentalist, in fact, just melting away. The Winter Mages, high resist, also adding in a lot of staying power. They have more health than the Mentalist. They do more damage. They have AoE. I mean, the Mentalists have some AoE, but it's a lot more for the Winter Mages. These are really, really strong units. And you can upgrade them to have a freeze ability, which freezes everything in an AoE around them. So if you get them in the middle of the enemy group, you can essentially put them on ice. No, not essentially. Literally put them on ice. It's a good number of catapults for the human army, man. We've got a level 8 Royal Mage, which also should mean that the full wheel of Arcane Force is coming soon. But it seems that Breath of Vitality was prioritized a little bit. It makes a lot of sense to buff up your health overall, considering that Farlan has access to... He just reset his skills. He's respecking. But you have Cross Spirits, right? So that means a lot usually. Now, what is he gonna do differently? What do you do so differently with the Archdruid anyway? Is he gonna pick up Resurgence? Which is a passive that makes the Archdruid essentially immortal. He's going for the burbs. He's going for the burbs! Cool. But is that gonna do anything? I am really worried for Fallen here. The population numbers don't look so good. I really like Ice Phoenixes, especially in the siege role. Let's build up a good number of them. They're extremely threatening, but we've got the meteor landing in the middle of the Elven army. They're also being slow. They never had a chance to dodge, but it looks like the protectors might be high enough in numbers, along with the Winter Mages, to just break through this. The Chill Chicken explodes. That didn't go so well. Royal Mage gets reduced focus. And he gets blown up on. Oh man, the Elves, the taking is over. How did this happen? The full human army was not nearly strong enough to take this on. And the Winter Mages end up finishing off the Royal Mage. Fallen stays alive with a whole lot of units, and he can heal them up. He can take back the sector. He can work on his Chill Chickens. It's looking pretty good. And yeah, Chill Chickens in high numbers, ladies and gentlemen. That's exactly what we need to see to carry this game forward. In the heart of the forest is their upgrade, the Glacier Beam. Fallen can upgrade that and build up their numbers a little bit. Oh, here they come. He's building a bit of a mixed army here, though. Oh god, that's a lot of watchtowers, but they never had a chance to upgrade. In fact, they're not finished, so this is a perfect opportunity for Fallen to strike here and to take this down. Meanwhile, the protectors will be healing a little bit, thanks to these auras. And yeah, with just one watchtower, the border fortress is no way it can defend itself. See Fallen healing this up again. Maybe a burst heal would be nice from Wrath of Allen. The protector is gonna go down, so losing one protector for all this seems like a good deal to me. Lusty remaxed extremely quickly. Look at this tide of blue coming across the map. Oh my goodness. Fallen is gonna respect it and run away while he can, because yeah, the Mentalists are gonna slow this down. The Enfeeble is coming from the Keepers, by the way. That's the secondary effect of their ranged attacks. Seems useful. But we got a good number of Chill Chickens, and there's not a whole lot of range damage for the human army, actually. granted, there's one thing that would work, which would be the champion's cleave damage actually targeting the air. That is a thing. You hit the ground unit, the AoE cleaves over to the air units, but that's a lot of chill chickens. Oh my god. That is 6, 7, and counting. There's more. Okay, the rest are winter mages. Never mind. Never mind. But Fallen can grow that further, in theory. I think once you get to like 15 chill chickens, you start going raiding with them, just like you would with the sieging pathfinders. It's really the same concept, except you're extremely limited on Lenya, so you have to be very careful with these tech units. You still want space for a Titan, as the humans don't have an easy means to deal with the Elven Titan, which can essentially stun the entire army. Now, Farlan does have a high amount of population here. I think he can take a good fight, considering this is like all keepers, and the magic damage is a good idea to use here against the elves, but is it actually better than the champs? I am not convinced by this. Okay, the ballista are an even more economical way of doing these side raids. So just like with the catapults, you can target ground with them, take down the sectors one by one. Should work out pretty well. Overall, a very chill game from Fallen. He's not been pushing out for a long time. He doesn't have the upgrade for the winter mages or the glacier beam, because he's going for a Titan. 69%, nice. What about the humans? They're going for it. Oh my god. We might get to see both. Only 30 something iron needed for the humans, and a little bit of iron needed for Farlan. Which is looking good. The Bastion towers, now those probably need a buff. They're missing a lot. It's basically catapult shots, as you can see. A little bit of AoE, but the elves don't care. Oh, the chill chicken's doing so much damage from up there. Nothing can shoot back. Well, the keepers technically could, but is it that much damage? No, not really. Titan's about to come out for the elves, and the humans, they're gonna have to wait a little bit. I don't think this base is actually giving off the attack warnings, because Barton is actually outside of the line of sight, which means the warning AI can't see anything shooting at you, so you're taking the damage, but there's no warning. Oh, there's gonna be a big rock from space. Ooh, very nice damage on the winter mages, but they remain alive, which is really what matters here. The chill chickens are going after the royal mage, and that might in fact be a takedown if not for the mentalist's help. Can he chug another potion maybe? Lusty, I think, has got this. Oh, the chill chickens are going down. Are you kidding me? He killed all the chill chickens. Oh my god, Farlan. He just lost so much stuff and still did not get the royal mage kill. He's not going to at all. Okay, the winter mages will have to do the heavy lifting from here as they're going after the border fortress. The base has been destroyed up front here, but the Titan is still happening. Only a little bit extra iron needed for Lusty. He does have iron income. Okay, I was just worried he's run out. All of these iron mines are toast. There's 4 iron remaining, so a lot will be recycled here. But the humans, of course, do have markets. There's, at the moment, just one market. You probably want more than one in order to be able to sell your wood and stone a little bit faster. But they're not terribly efficient, so you can get a little bit of extra out of this, but not too much. Royal Mage should be more than capable of dealing with 2 ballista. That's not a challenge at all. And in fact, he's looking to gain another level. The Titan's ready to go whenever the humans want to summon it in, but Lassie will want to build up an army. Of course, Farlan is not going to have that problem. He just spawns his Titan whenever. He's not yet ready to go because he still needs the iron, but it's being delivered right as we speak. Just one more. One last delivery, and that's it. 100%. We'll see when they summon it in, but we're gonna have a Titan versus Titan fight here. The human army is not growing very fast. What is happening? Okay. The units have been queued. A lot of Arbalists are coming out. We're gonna have Catapults. No, it's just Arbalists and Mentalists. Not enough Catapults. The Titans are weak against siege damage, so that is what you need a lot of in those scenarios. Now, Farden has rebuilt his fleet of Chill Chickens, and he's got the Glacier Beam ready to go this time. No Winter Mage upgrade just yet. Where is the Titan? There are more cool chicks coming in. But I think we're about to see the big fight. The humans have nearly maxed out. Can Farden actually hold this? I hope he didn't forget his Titan. That would be not good. Man, this game has got it all. It's got Shrine of Thorns. It's got Pathfinders. It's got Chill Chickens. It's got Titans. What more could you possibly want? Oh, Fallen taking such a good fight here. He's not very high in population, but those Arbalists are about to get destroyed. Oh my god! Oh! He just wiped out the entire human army. Titan or not, both players forgot their Titans. This was gonna be a huge issue either way. And now the Glacier Beams are available. So these Ice Phoenix are gonna destroy this base. There's no question about it. That's where most of the production of the humans is. Lusty is down to 18 in population. 18! What a disaster. Ready to go with the Treant and the Paragon still. I mean, we're gonna have to see those, right? Surely. Please don't stop. Oh, Farden's pulling back. He's got the Titan. He's got the Titan. Here we go. Although, let's get a number on this. Here it comes! Superhero landing. Aragon has arrived, but it looks like the Chill Chickens can handle themselves just fine. There are 13 of them. Oh my goodness. They're gonna siege beam it! This does siege damage. Oh boy. Oh boy, the Paragon was not ready for this. And by itself, it can only do so much. But it's gonna continue beaming. Doesn't have a lot of focus left in the birds, but what he did have, he blasted away on it. And we've got the Treant coming in. This is not the fight that Lusty was hoping for. And being on free population now without significant production, he's gonna have to give up as the Chill Chickens, the Titan Protectors and Winter Mages take over. The only thing that was missing from this game is Druids. I mean, seriously. Imagine healing Protectors and Titan with Druids. With their single target hero healing beam. That's the one thing. Well, do send me replays, ladies and gentlemen. Do send me replays. I want to do more of these. I do. Maybe if we can schedule some games, I'll play some myself. Let's see. Let's see. That was absolutely excellent. Like and subscribe for more. I'll see you in the next one.